In 1896, the Ohio State Reformatory was completed at the extraordinary cost of $1.3 million. In the early years, minor offenders between the ages of 16 and 21 were housed within its walls. Inmates were given a religious foundation, a high school education, and were taught a trade skill. The principles enacted here were intended to help the inmates succeed in society when they were released. The Romanesque architecture was meant to create an uplifting setting that would inspire inmates to better themselves through spiritual rebirth before being placed back into society. The complex later transitioned into a maximum security prison, housing the state's most violent and dangerous criminals. At 6 tiers high, the East Cell Block is composed of 600 cells. Today, it still remains the largest freestanding cell block in the world. In the early years of the reformatory, the cells were designed as merely a place to sleep. The young inmates spent most of their time outside of their cells working. As it became a maximum security facility, the prison became overcrowded with violent and unpredictable convicts. Cells meant for one inmate were doubled up, and the East Cell Block alone held as many as 1,200 prisoners. As more hardened criminals took up residence, punishment evolved to include the use of new solitary confinement cells that were kept at 95 degrees and in complete darkness. In later years of operation, the conditions inside the prison deteriorated. Rats, cockroach infestations, extreme temperatures, and shocking violence made the Ohio State Reformatory one of the most feared institutions in America. In 1978, inmates filed a lawsuit against the prison, citing inhumane conditions. The lawsuit was settled in 1983 after courts found that the constitutional rights of the inmates were violated. Some improvements were made, but the prison was closed in 1990. In the end, more than 154,000 criminals passed through the facility. After closing, the massive prison was facing demolition. The Mansfield Reformatory Preservation Society was formed to save the building and preserve it for future generations. Many music videos and major motion pictures have been filmed at the prison, including Tango and Cash, Air Force One, and The Shawshank Redemption. The sprawling complex comprises more than 250,000 square feet and has more than its share of dark history. After 94 years of operation, 215 prisoners were never released. They are buried in the prison cemetery, identified only by their inmate number. While some prisoners died of disease or natural causes, other deaths read like the pages of a horror story. Murders occurred from falls in the cell block, stabbings from scissors, screwdrivers and pencils, slit throats, and abdomens sliced open. Several suicides also took place within these walls, from drinking toxic fluids to hangings, to an account of one inmate who set himself on fire. Many visitors, tour guides, and paranormal investigators believe that sentences continue to be served here, even after death. Endless reports of paranormal phenomena continue to this day. Witnesses have described physical confrontations with extremely aggressive and dangerous spirits. Join us as we serve time inside this chilling landmark. Presented by Haunted Cincinnati Tours.